Mayong adlaw, brothers and sisters of Christ. Welcome to our episode of Gaza, 21 Historical Snippets to 2021. Join me as I take you on a digital trip featuring 21 historical churches, museums, and cemeteries here in the beautiful island of Cebu. And let's take a closer look at these sacred arts and understand its meaning and purpose. And don't forget to like and follow the official page of the Archdiocese of Cebu for the 500 Years of Christianity and the CSR page of Smart Communications Incorporated, Smart Communities in Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Brother Fares, aka Brother Lacochero. Tana, tubanta! Tana, ubanta!
For people with restless souls, it's truly hard to find a place where you can feel completely at ease, whether you find comfort in constantly present city lights or the serenity you only get from the sound of beach waves. There is only one place to go: Cebu. For reasons I just stated above, the island has always been a major tourist hub. For the beach lovers, it takes but less than a day to head north and bask in the glorious white sands of Bantayan, Camotes, Malapascua, and the likes. You even get to enjoy a variety of activities like island hopping, snorkeling, or even free diving. Aside from beaches, Cebu has an abundance of waterfalls and underground caves that explorers of nature will find delightful. Meanwhile, for the adrenaline junkies, a handful of mountain ranges exist in Busay, Dalagete, and Naga. You can choose to watch the sunrise here, take a few pictures of the scenic landscape, or just breathe in the fresh air. Or if you ever find yourself tired of peace, quiet, and solemnness, Cebu even has its share of raging hotspots for an exciting nightlife experience. But the cherry on top of this delectably well-rounded tourist trap is actually the Cebuano heritage and culture that is embodied by beautiful architectural feast of religious structures that were built during the era of Spanish occupation, regally grafted with designs heavily influenced by the styles of late Baroque, Neoclassical, Greco-Roman, and Gothic elements. The churches of Cebu are hidden gems that leave much room for exploration and adoration. Among these treasures is the precious gem that is the Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral. Very much like a precious stone formed under intense heat and pressure, this renowned cathedral has come a long way from where it used to be. What is now a fitting ecclesiastical seat of the Archdiocese of Cebu used to be in various states of disrepair. Originating in ruins, the Balaanong Bahandi describes the initial foundations of the cathedral to have started as a structure of wood, its roof made out of nipa. Its campanario, the bell tower that housed the bells used for the church's liturgical celebrations, was made of wooden posts as well. This was the story state that the church had already been in by the time Fray Juan Lopez took possession of it in 1665. Up to 1741, no decent progress was made on the church. It was but a tabique barn covered in palm leaves. Because of this, an encomienda was given to the cathedral so that its income could be fully utilized to build a functional church. This was a request from the bishop that was granted generously by the king. Despite its long history of delays, the Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral stands proudly with its squat form and its walls of stone and mortar construction, or mamposteria. It is 3 yards thick with a cross vault measuring 75 by 91 meters long. The sacristy, where the priest prepares for service, measures 17 by 67 in width of its interior. The church's walls are high, measuring 12 by 35 meters. A trefoil-shaped pediment is surmounted at the cathedral's entrance. Its facade shows an abundance of leaf and flower carvings alongside the image of phoenixes, which are highly indicative of Chinese influences. Right next to this, these are the images of San Pedro and San Pablo, as well as the clamshell medallion of the Most Holy Name of Jesus. Two food dogs, or Chinese guardian lions, prominent Chinese feng shui elements, are also carved into the facade as guards for the Porta Mayor, which serves as the transition of realms between the mundane and divine. The cathedral belfry houses a bell which dates back to 1608 and is identified as the oldest in Cebu and the second oldest in the Philippines. The century-old belfry used to have a 15-bell chime carillon with 12-bell modern digital carillon imported from Singapore, added with 3 old bells to augment the tune. Before the closing of the Diamond Jubilee of Cebu as an archdiocese, 6 more carillon bells were installed, thus making a 21-bell chime. At present, many changes on the cathedral have featured elegant artistry, such as its new wooden retablos made of Philippine mahogany, which is flanked by 2 other wooden retablos. The interior also has a fresh coat of paint that goes with new chandeliers, lamps, and the wooden canopy that sits above the cathedral, which is the seat of the Archbishop. The Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral, having been polished by years of reconstructions and even delayed attempts, has emerged as a priceless diamond, a goldmine for Cebu's religious history and architectural artistry.
Wonderful, isn't it? When travel restrictions will be relaxed soon, make sure to visit the historic church in downtown Cebu and see for yourself its beautiful and distinct architecture integrated with sacred arts. And don't forget to take photos. Thank you very much for joining me in today's digital trip featuring Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral. And before you go, make sure to download the Panaw sa Pagtuo mobile app, both available in Android and iOS. This is a component of the traveling exhibit project by the Archdiocese of Cebu's Commission for the Cultural Heritage of the Church, Smart Communications Incorporated, and Inopub Media, titled Panaw sa Pagtuo, The Journey of Faith at 500 Years of Christianity. Thank you very much, and let's hashtag travel smart very soon. Next time, uban gihapon ta ha! Tana, uban ta!